Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Lily Stage and we are here again for another video. Hope you liked my intro. Yes, we just started our YouTube channel and this is my second video. So today we'll be talking about Ajo, what we usually would call contributions that people, two or more people will come together to do. In Nigeria we call it Ajo. That's our local term for it. But apparently or actually it's just a collection of contribution done by a group of people, minimum 2, maximum it could go as far as 50, but or even 100. It just depends on, it's usually a very small contribution of people, actually small contribution by people. And I haven't heard that it has gotten as far as 50, but it's possible for it to get, as long as it's organized and the people involved are people with integrity that are true to their word that they would contribute this money. That is where I would say, okay, fine, it can work. Okay, so first off, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I need you to please subscribe to my channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Just by the side of the corner of the video down, you see the subscribe button. Please subscribe to my channel because there are a lot more of videos coming your way that I'll be putting out there, and it's for us to all learn, have fun, and pick one or two things to go with along with life. So I'm here to give you all of that. So today's video is going to be, like I mentioned earlier, today's video is about Ajo. Contributions done by a minimum of 2 people and the maximum, let's put it at 20 or 50. Okay, so this kind of contribution, usually people use it to save, right? So I said that people use it to save, and most times it's more because of just to be able to gather this bulk sum, that probably a minimum of 10,000 naira. Let's put it in the context of Nigeria now, where we are, where I'm located currently, right? So it could do a minimum of 5,000, it could be 2,000 naira, it could be 10,000, as high as 100,000, 200, 500. It depends on the number, or it depends on the earning capacity of the individuals. It also depends on the agreement by the individuals. It also depends on the timeline agreed by the individuals involved in this contribution, right? So in this kind of contribution, most times you see it as high as that number of 10, 20, 50, right? But I am particularly against this kind of savings culture. Most times it's actually to save or to have this bulk sum to be able to, once you get your own at the time that you want to get it, it could be spread according to months, right? Or quarterly, or bi-monthly. It could be depending on what the agreement is on when payment, how the payment structure is going to be. It could be spread into that period. So whenever each person collects his own money, the person will probably, they already have plans to apply to a particular project, or to apply to their savings, to add it to what they have saved up, or maybe for investment sake, but they will just want this money to come in a bulk sum, and then to also give them some level of consciousness that they are saving somewhere if they are not able to save personally on their own. So reasons why people go into a job: one is to save, either personally or with a group; 2, to invest, either with the bulk sum, right, at the end of that investment period, at the end of that savings period, or when they get to collect their own contribution. And 3, usually it is for, and usually 3, it could also be for emergency savings. More like, okay, because you don't want that emergency funds to be with you just like that, you want to put it aside. Or it could also be for Xmas festivities, Christmas celebrations, so you have some money to keep aside when it's time for you to do that plenty spending in the Christmas period and the New Year period, because in Nigeria it's a lot of celebration, it's a lot of spending, and it's almost the same thing in other parts of the country. It's just that here we have a lot of parties around that period, we have a lot of engagement, family engagement, family activities, family parties, house parties amongst friends, hangouts, going out a lot. A lot of people are on break or on leave, and then you just want to be able to have a good time and have some good money to spend within that period. So it could be for that reason also. So let's get into the topic per se. Let's get into it well. Ajo by itself, that's contribution, group contribution. Why did I say I do not like it? If I have to do ajo, it has to be a very few number. This few number is limited to 3 people. What did I say? 3 people. Why? Because of time, majorly because of time value of money. Especially in this time and age where we are, in this economy where we are, where inflation is the order of the day, and it's not just even in Nigeria or just in Lagos, Nigeria, it is global, like global, literally. So it's very important that we're very cautious how our money is being applied, where it's being applied to, and how this funds is coming, right? We need to be sure that it's a sure source of income. We also want to be sure that sure source of income is consistent, it's continuous, it keeps coming, right? So if we have that in place and we want to go into this group kind of savings, it's very important that we are just 3. Yes, I said it. I said what I said. Like I said, it has to be just 3 people. Why is this now? So if it has to be 3 people, it's the importance of this is the fact that whatever it is that you intend to apply that funds to, if it's going to be, and then when you want to collect that money, when it's your turn to collect your money, it shouldn't be a long period of time. So if you're going to be applying and saying, okay, yes, you're going to be collecting your money probably on a month, contributing your money probably on a monthly basis. So it means at the 3rd month, if you're the last person collecting as per agreement, it means that at the 3rd month you have not really, that's like the global economic situations or the economic impact on our monies has not really affected the funds as much as if it has stayed as long as 12 months, or if you stayed as long as 6 months, right? If you're the 12th person or the 6th person to collect. So it's important that we are able to collect our funds quickly enough and be able to apply it to what we want to use it to, so that we can also maximize interest on it, interest cost on our monies. We could also maximize the value of the money in that period or in that season that we're collecting it. Do you understand me? Okay, so if you have questions, do not forget to put your comments down, write them down in the comment section, so I will definitely do a response to them. Okay, so let's go on. So like I said, it has to be 3 people, 3 confirmed people. You want to be sure that the people involved are people that you know. They have got integrity. They are not people that, somebody just told you about them and they're like, they're really interested in this kind of savings and they want to join. No, it's very important that you know these people. You know where they're collecting their salary or their monies from. Most times people that engage in this are salary earners or business owners, right? You want to be sure that their income is coming from a sure source, meaning that they're still in employment or still in paid employment, or their business or what their job that they're doing gives consistent inflow, consistent salary payment, consistent income, consistent cash. So some people run theirs for like two days interval and they will come and contribute and pay. Some do it weekly. It could be monthly, like I mentioned earlier. It could be quarterly. It could even be by monthly, right? It could also be 2-month interval. But all I need you to take out of this is make sure that the numbers are not too much. Maximum it should be just 4 people, and 4 is stretching it because anything can happen beyond 90 days, but within 90 days it's a bit predictable. Once it goes beyond 90 days, 3 months, just beyond 3 months, nobody knows exactly what could happen. We're just coming out from the COVID season, the COVID year, where a lot of things just went upside down. So in that kind of situation, somebody who has been in a paid employment and lost his job in that period. In short, I even experienced it in one of the agile groups I had joined. We had a situation where somebody was not able to make payments. Two people actually were not able to make payment, and we're 12 in number. Guess what? Our number were 12, and at that point we were just on the 4th month when COVID hit. And then there was a lockdown, everybody had to stay home, there was no business running, nobody was going to work except the mandatory workers that needed to provide service that was important to the economy. Bankers, the military guys, all of that, the force and all. But the communications guys, journalists and all, mass communication and all that. But aside those guys who were sure of their funds coming in, especially if they're government workers or bankers who we know that, not before people were laid off, we're hearing that majorly from the private business owners, individual business owners, workers under those kind of establishments and places where even the month before, even before the COVID season had set in, they are not even collecting their salaries. Like their monies were even shorted, like it wasn't even coming as expected, right? So when you have that kind of situation, clearly we already have a problem. It's a risk on its own. It's already a risk that you do not want to go into. That's why I said again, like I said earlier, it should not be more than 3 people. Reason, because of those kind of situations. Once it has extended beyond 3 people, 4, 5, 6, means that you're going to, if it's a monthly based collection, it means that it's already into 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, and if God help you are the last person and this kind of situation happens, how are you sure your funds will come in? Because other people have already collected earlier, they do not even have any issues. If they were wise, they would not have spent their own funds, so they are easily able to remit, right? But how about people that are still expecting salary and they've already utilized their money and still expecting salaries and have not even collected and they are still contributing? How would that run for them? It's already a risk. It's a big risk. So minimum of 3 people. For me, that's what I would do. Minimum of 3 people. I want to be sure where they are working. I want to be sure that their source of income, that place where they are working and where they are contributing from, or wherever they are contributing from, where they are getting the income to contribute from, is a sure source of income. Sure. Very in capital letters. Sure source of income. I don't want to hear stories. We are not going to hear stories. Why? Because I have contributed my own. Why are you not contributing? That was what happened to me in COVID here. Though the person was able to get funds in between and was able to make payment, but before that it had already become a topic of discussion. There was already a banter on the group. People had to start to step in because how would you collect, and then when it's time to pay the next person, you're giving stories. In short, it was my own money that was stuck, right? And then eventually the person was able to get funds and settle me. But at that point, it was not at the time when I was supposed to collect it that settlement came. It came about 2 months after. The essence of joining the group or doing the contribution was defeated because I didn't get my money in complete value. I didn't get it on time when I intended to use it. I was shortchanged because I got lost. I got less than the value I expected. So I couldn't even apply to what I wanted to use the money for. So that's a lesson. That's why you shouldn't take it beyond 3 people. Max, like I said earlier, 4, 5 people, max. But for me, I'll be doing 3 people. So the whole essence of this is the time value of money sets in on your cash. What you would have bought or what you had budgeted to use that funds for, maybe to buy an asset. And then in, say, 6 months' time, when you're ready to buy that asset or to apply it, probably an extra 10,000 naira or 2,000 naira has added on the value. Do you get? How do you get to recover? You have to now start looking for another source or having to take out of your normal pay or another savings that you have or another emergency fund that you have to augment that value. But then again, you have lost out. So it's important that you know or you make room for that asset you're about to buy, and make sure that you're one of the first set of people to collect your funds. right? So if you're going to do this, like I mentioned, the people that are involved in this group must be credible people. You want to be sure that their employment or where they work, where their funds coming from is sure, is consistent, right? You also want to be sure that you guys are not so much. Maximum for me, I would do 3 people. If you want to extend it, 4 or 5 people, but I do not even advise it. That is too far. Anything can happen, especially now that the economy is really volatile, right? I would also advise that people that are involved in this group, either you guys work together in the same organization, you're connected one way or the other, not people that you do not know. Maybe if someone else comes and says, oh, a friend of mine is interested in this, and person works in a different company where you cannot control that source of income, where you can't verify their source of income, where you don't even know when they pay. Okay, is what the person's what against yours, so you don't even know when they're going to be paid. The person will tell you, okay, this is when my salary comes in, and then maybe at that date when the salary comes in, there's a story, and they say, oh, the pay is not, the salary didn't come in today, they told us to hold on to probably month end when we'll collect it, and then your plans are delayed if you were the one that's supposed to collect. Like where I work now, it's a short date, a particular date, and the company has never failed on making salary payments on that particular date since I have been in that organization, and even before I joined the organization, it's been that date, right? So if you're in such an establishment, it means that you can have people in that same establishment to do these contributions together, not going as too far out of the firm, because most organizations get payments month end. Some even get payments first week of the following month. How do you plan? But we have to plan, obviously. In Nigeria, we adapt, right? But these are scenarios that make you know that, oh, if you're going to do this, these are things you have to factor into your decision, right? If you get payments in the middle of the month, like how we do, it's expected that, oh, okay, you can plan with this, knowing that before the next salary comes in again, it's onto the following mid-month. So you want to inform the group about this and let them know. You want to bring that information forward. You also want to confirm the dates for the other members of the group if they are not part of your organizations. So these are the things to consider. I know they're a bit scattered and haphazard, but I know you've also picked 1 or 2 things to consider, and I know that if you intend to do AJO, that is the group contribution, like we call it here in Nigeria, you would have these points to work with. I hope this video gives you good information to be able to work with. I hope it blesses you. I also hope that you're able to make good decisions out of it at the end of the day. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to like this video, give me a thumbs up, and you can put in the comment section what else you would like to hear from me. We are on this journey together, like I mentioned earlier. We are here for it. I'll be giving my inspirations on personal finance, credit, risk, information pertaining to loans, especially in the Nigerian climate, right, which is where I currently reside, and how it works for organizations and individuals and even businesses, right? So this is me, and this is my stage, this is my space. Let's hear your comments. Let's see your comments. Let me hear your criticisms and your feedbacks as regards this video, and even the first one that I put out. I will do well to be consistent with this, and to also make sure that we get this video uploads every week, at least to the minimum. If not one video, if not more than 2 videos per week, we'll be getting at least 1 video, and on any topic relating to finance, risk, like I mentioned, personal finance, risk, loans, credits, and all. Okay, so I'll be seeing you in my next video. To have a lovely day, lovely weekend, and be happy, and like I saw in a video which said, be like a pineapple. It's sweet on the outside, it's sweet on the inside, it's happy and very beautiful. Okay, take care and see you in my next video. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. See ya. All right, bye.